Good evening, everyone. My name is Someshwar. I welcome all of you on behalf of Art of Living Organization to Yog Vaashishtha evening session. नमस्ते, मैं सोमेश्वर आप सभी का आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग संस्था की तरफ से योग वाशिष्ठ के सायंकाल के सत्र में स्वागत करता हूँ। रोज की तरह आज के सत्र की भी शुरुआत हम लोग 3 बार ओमकार का उच्चारण करके करेंगे। We'll begin our session by chanting Om 3 times. Today we are on 116th session. आज हम 116वें सत्र में यहाँ पे पहुंच चुके हैं and we'll be starting a new chapter number 7. This is the last chapter of this Yog Vaashishtha session. This is Nirvan Prakaran Uttarradh. So there are multiple sub chapters which are available here. So we'll be starting with a chapter number 89. That is where we'll get to see that how one can do all their karmas and yet they can remain free, yet remain in that Atma Bhava, yet they can remain in that realized state. These enlightened masters normally used to follow this schedule, that they do everything and yet they remain free from everything. How do one can do that? We will look into all aspects of this today. So all our Zoom participants, all our YouTube viewers, and all of Facebook viewers, you are all welcome to this session. Let's continue this session by chanting Om 3 times. Let's sit comfortably, आराम से बैठ जाए. And let's close our eyes. आंखें बंद कर ले. Let's bring back our attention to our breath. Take a normal breath in and let go. Take a deep breath in and let go completely. Breathe in for the Omkar chanting. Let's invoke the divinity within. Guru का आवाहन कर ले. आवाहनम 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 पुनः पुनः Let's express our gratitude. Guru वंदना कर ले. गुरुर् ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Let us pray to the Master. Whatever the words that come out of this mouth, whatever the actions that are happening, whatever the thoughts that hover onto this mind, and the power of discrimination arise in our intellect, whatever the impressions that might be getting created in our memory, if you are allowing them to happen, and if still there is an iota of that I, me, let that all be inspired by the Master alone. Pray like this. Walking on the path of this liberation, if you have already experienced that Nirvana, that mukti, moksha, freedom, liberation, then this remaining life, be inspired by the Master alone. Pray like this. Feeling the presence of the Master within and outside. Slowly and gradually you may open your eyes. धीरे धीरे अपनी प्यारी सी आंखें खोल सकते हो. So let's continue with our today's session. Today we are in Nirvan, Prakaran, Uttarradh. This is the 7th chapter, the last chapter of this Yog Vaashishtha. And there are multiple sub-chapters that come along, and we'll go through it, each one of them, and see what is there, what the knowledge that we will receive, what is the nectar that we can extract from it. So our today's chapter, sub-chapter, and its topic is that while walking on this path, ultimately we want to be free. We want to get liberated. Mukti, moksha, liberation, that enlightened state, that one really want to experience that in life. And how does one can experience that, yet doing all the routine daily activities? How one can really do that? So that's the question here. So this is where this Sri Guru Vaashishtha Muni and the knowledge that is flowing like a river. We will be having an Jnana Ganga. There will be Gurudev will be visiting a Pune ashram from 23rd to 25th, and there are such sessions that are arranged. There is one of the session is called Jnana Ganga, means the knowledge of river. That Ganges is the river which the knowledge will flow like a river. That is the Jnana Ganga. So that Vani, that Shabda, that things that come out of Guru's mouth is the knowledge. Whatever he speaks is knowledge. So here that whatever the words that come out of this mouth is also of his. Whatever he would like to speak, this let his body be just an instrument, and that Vani, let that words come out of this mind with his inspiration. So that Atma Bodha, that self-realization, that knowledge about your own self, that realization about own self, that is pouring like, and everybody is listening to that. All the people who are there present in that court of Sharatha, they are all listening to that, and they are now contemplating on that, and they are making it completely their own experience. Like this, Rama got into the Nirvikalpa Samadhi and he got benefited after that. After coming out of that Samadhi, once he has come into the Jagrut Avastha, that is where in the daily routine activity, doing the daily routine work, whatever he wanted to do, that Samadhi Avastha has to be there. It should not be that, okay, you would have done the meditation in the morning, and then after that you will go ahead and do your work, and then you are coming out of that Samadhi. It is not that state. That state of your Samadhi needs to continue, and one need to stay in that Samadhi state, yet doing all your activities. How one can do that? How one can get into the such a knowledge, such a insights about things? That is the next step. That is where we have to go. That is where we have to reach. So in the knowledge, saying that some knowledge stands or awareness of knowledge. In that, how do we can do the next thing? How we can go to the next level here? And then this Atma Bhava, that's Sampurna Siddhi. How one can get into that. So that is something is needs to explore here. And Vasishtha Muni explains that thing in detail going forward. No? Using different stories, using different experiences, he continues to explain that, and that is what we need to really go and get into the subtle vichara, the sukshma vichara, and we need to contemplate on this, and then listen to this, that thing, to listen to such things is also that Prabhu Ramchandraji is also asking again and again this punah, those questions. So that is where one asks, then Vasishtha Muni says that they Brahman, this is that they heard this prana, this body, this prana, ityadik, and then hami, this is what I am, this is mine. This ityadi, all this, etc., all these imaginations and the kalpanas that we get, that I really want to get. I want to do tyaga of this. And then if someone says that I want to really get away from this, then how one can do all the kriyas, how one can do all the activities there, because you are in this body consciousness, you are in this body, and then all the other things, if you say that all the pranadikas and their all the vyavahara, that also will become shant, their inactivities will become shant, then how this person will be alive? And if he is alive, then how one can do the kalpana tyaga, that and how then we do the kalpana tyaga, that imagination and dropping all these activities of the mind, how one can really continue to do all the daily routine work. That is what the things, that is what the doubt is that is coming in my mind. Kindly explain further on this. So this is where the Vasishtha Muni start explaining that dropping this thing, the kalpana tyaga, is not really doesn't mean that you need to doubt the jiva tyaga. No. So what is this? We'll understand these things in detail. So there are now multiple aspects and multiple perspective of this. So the first perspective is of the perspective of Yog Vaashishtha. How one can really go ahead and achieve this. This is the perspective of Yog Vaashishtha here. Then there are multiple such perspectives. Even Gurudev also give the perspective on this. We'll look into that. Even the Bhagavad Gita also have given the perspective of that. So we'll look into all the multiple perspectives of such a state where one can really go and do that. So which are all those things? So let's look at one by one. Multiple upayas, multiple possibilities that one can really get into this state, and then we'll see what is given here also. So the first thing, that first solution, first formula we can say, that sutra, this is those are 4 reasons, that sutra which can help us in achieving this state, that yet you will do everything and yet you will be free from that. So the first thing, to really understand these things, how this is possible, we really need to understand first what is karma. What is in that thing that is referred to this as doing all your karmas, you can still remain in that Chinmatra state. So to understand that, we really need to understand what Chinmatra is, and we really need to understand what karma is. Then only we'll be able to do that. So what is the karma? So the karma, the Bhagavad Gita says something, karma is something like this, and then Yog Vaashishtha says something like this, Guru says something like this. What is this karma is all about? So karma is being said that whatever the actions that we do. So there are 2 terminology that we need to understand. The first terminology is a kriya. Kriya is what is your activities. Activities is your kriya. Actions is what you do, perform those activities, that becomes your actions. So this is one thing, and then there is something called as karma. That karma has happened. What do we mean by that karma has happened? Now, it is very important for us to understand that karma has happened means that you have performed some action or you have not performed some action. So you are into action or into inaction. You are into activities or you are not doing an activity. In both such things, the karma can happen. How? We'll look into that. Now, the activities and the actions done by you is what we have seen now. And we said that karma have happened. And now I am saying that activities and actions are not done by you. It is done by somebody else standing in front of you, some other person. Yet there is a possibility of your karma have happened. Now this could be a little bit confusing that I have not done anything. Somebody else have done something. How can that become my karma? We'll look into it. Now, there is neither you have done anything, there is neither nobody else, there is no Vyakti, there is no other person, people who have done anything, but just a situation arises. Yet your karma have happened. Now this will be more confusing that nobody is there, neither you have done anything, neither that person is not there who has done anything, and still your karma have happened. How? So in happiness program, we say you are responsible for all your actions and inactions. You are responsible for all the things that is happening. Actions and inactions of the other people also. You are responsible. How? No? So getting into details of such things will make us clear about what exactly we are talking. Yet, even though it's appearing confusing right now, we'll remove all the confusion here. When we understand that what we are referring to here as a karma, that karma have happened, is actually the whenever we refer to as pratan or sanchit karma, or what we refer to as sanskara, and whatever the karmas that we acquire in this life also when we do certain things. What is this real karma is? The karma is not what actions or inactions or activities or non-activities or the activities done by the people, external people, or their inactivities or the situation that is coming along. This is not a karma. The karma is happening on your chitta, your memory, that impressions that gets formed after your action or inaction, after anybody else's action or inaction, or there is no you and other is doing anything, just the situation have arisen, and then that impression are created on your chitta, means your karma have happened. That is what is the karma. That is what is happening. That is what that karma means. For example, you have gone for passing on your urine, you have gone for a toilet. Is there any karma that have happened? So done the action, there is no karma that have happened. You just picked up the water bottle, you drank the water. Is there any karma that have happened? There is no karma that happened. If you ate the food and then you have not passed on any comment that this is good or this is bad, is there karma that have happened? There is no karma that have happened. But the moment that food came to in front of you and you said, oh, aaj fir se wahi. That's it. You have not yet food. You have not even tasted the food. You have just looked at the food and you said something. Your karma have already happened. So now, another aspect of this, that you are sitting here, and how come your inactions can do any karma? So karma does not happen only by your body. Karma does not happen only at the level of or your five senses and its karmendriya, its activities. Usually people think that is what is karma. You are sitting over here, there is somebody who is beautiful that passes by, and just looking at that particular person, there is something that arises in you, and at the level of thought only, you wanting to do something, your karma have happened. It has created an impression on you, and your karma have happened there. Karma is not related only at the level of your body only. Anything that is happening at the level of your thought, mana, chitta, is also can create an impression on your chitta, on your memory. And if that is what is happening, then your karmas are formed. Your karma is happening. And when we say that you want to be free, you want to become mukta, what is it that you are trying to become mukta from? You are trying to become free from, mukta from that impression that is getting created on your chitta. Anything, either you are in action or inaction, activity or inactivity, whether the other person is in action or inaction, activity or inactivity, or there is no you are doing or not, anybody else is doing, there is situation, object, people, situation, whatever. If that impression is not created on your chitta, it means you have not done any karma. This is the background for this. Now this is, once we understand this background, we'll understand the solutions also. So it is the first solution for us is that if how can one remain in that Chinmatra, that Atma Tattva, and yet do everything, your things. So do the actions, do the kriya. Don't form an karma out of it. No? Karma mat karo. Don't do the karmas. Do the actions. No? You can yet do all the actions and yet remain free from the karmas. This is first solution to it. Don't create any impression on your chitta, on your mind. Is the first solution that how one can remain in that. Now, how one can get into this? So somebody asked Gurudev in AGA that what is that enlightenment? I am. What is that experience of that enlightened? So I am enlightened is not possible. It is impossible. Until that I is there, enlightenment is not possible. So if somebody says I am enlightened, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Nobody will say I am enlightened. The one who is really enlightened, he will not say I am enlightened. So this is the second solution. One can not do any karma and yet do. So what is it that I, dropping that I means? So the second solution is na karta, na bhokta. I am not the doer of any activities. Is the second solution of not forming any karma. So if you have done something, action, and if there is no feeling that you have done it, obviously there is no impression that is there that you have done it, and then there is no impression of that impression will not be created. You will be free from that. Your karma will not be formed because you have, I am not the doer. That is second solution. Third solution, that I am the doer, somebody else is the doer. There is some Paramatma, there is some supreme consciousness. He is the doer. I am not the one. No? In earlier case, I am not the doer. We stopped that. Now what we are doing? Somebody else is doing that. So again, any impression is there on us? No impression. Because are you doing it? You are not doing it. Somebody else is doing it. You are again free from this. This is the third solution. Then the fourth solution, that okay, you have done something, you out of that action, some consequences created out of that action, some impressions are formed. You now, that consequences, that fruit of that consequences, you have surrendered to the master or to the divinity. Karma phala. No? Bhagavad Gita, it says, no? Ki karma phala tajya, means the fruits of your karma, you drop that. No? Karmanneva dhikaraste ma phaleshu padachana. What is this? That karma, whatever you, in Bhagavad Gita, karma and kriya are not separated out. They are saying that is karma. And they are said if you are doing any karma, there will be associated karma phala also. It has to be there. That's a law of karma. There is no distinguish between the action and karma, which we have seen now in Bhagavad Gita. So they say that, okay, fine, you do the karma, there will be some consequences of that, you drop that. Karma phala tyajya. That fruits of your action, you drop it. then still you are free from that. That has not created any deep sanskara in you, because you drop that. Then karma ke phal ki apeksha na karna means that कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन means now this is another thing. कर्म के फल को त्याग करना is something else. कर्म के फल की अपेक्षा ना करना means you are not expecting anything. Expectation reduces joy. Surprises brings you more joy. What is that? Expectations. If you do not keep that expectation itself, what impression it will create on you? Nothing. No, drop that expectation means like dropping your expectations from your karmas, your actions. Again, make you free from any impressions that might be created within you. No, so these are all multiple such possibilities that exist. Either you understand what real karma is, make yourself free, do your actions, do not allow the karma to happen. No, then do not have an expectation out of your action, you are free from it. You are not the doer, you are free from it. Somebody else is the doer, you are free from that. Then the consequence is there, okay, whatever the consequence is there, good or bad, okay, you are ready to go through it, fine, you are free from that. Then you are not going through it, somebody else is going through it, again you are free from that. One more solution is there. You assume the form of Mahakarta, Mahabhukta and Mahatyagi. So now you are only doing it. There is nothing else that is happening around this world or universe or whatever that you see. There is nobody else other than you. So you are only doing it, whatever is there. So you are only going through it and then you are only leaving it back. Mahatyagi. Then what will remain? Nothing will remain other than you then. Whatever is there, there is a well-way acceptance to that. That is another solution. That not forming any. You are the one. There is nothing else is there. And then that's it. Still also you will not form any impression. There is one more solution in the Utpatti Prakaran, the creation of this universe. What is the solution? That this entire world is just illusion, or else this entire world is just unreal. It's not real. So when you entire world, including you, this body and all this thing and all other levels of your existence, have really never created, and it is unreal in nature, then what impression is going to be there? It's unreal. So what is there? Whatever that thing, the something which is not, that action itself has not taken place, and the consequences also not is there. It's unreal. When it appears to be real to you, it's unreal. Then you are free from that. Then you are already established into your Chinmatra state. Multiple such possibilities that exist. One more possibility, that this is there, it's happening, but it is just a dream. It is just a dream that is there. No, this whatever is this happening, it is like a dream. It is like a swapna. Will that create any impression on you? Then there will not be any impression. It is just a dream. The moment you are awake, become Jagrut, swapna is diminished. It's there, gone. Forget about it. Gone. Still there will not be any impression on that. So these are all multiple ways of not forming an impression. No, not becoming a football of other people's opinion, not becoming a football of your own opinion also, not getting caught up into any concepts, making yourself free from the Dandva, making yourself free from this, all these things. These are all various possibilities that can revolve around, which will allow you not to form any impression. So these are a couple of things that I just could recollect. Now we'll look into this, what has been said here as a Yog Vaashishtha perspective. We'll look into that. So the first thing that is there, that Rama asked that you have told me that to do this Kalpana Tyaga, this imagination, and do that Tyaga, of that mind, and then how one can really live. See, Vasishtha Muni said that it is exactly opposite. To do the Kalpana Tyaga, one cannot be in a dead state. Who will drop that? If somebody is dead body, can that dead body have any imagination or have any sankalpa, vikalpa, or any, that chitta is there? Nothing of that sort exists. That's a dead body. So if there is a dead body, obviously they will not be able to drop. So then who will drop it? It is only when you are alive. When you are alive, then only you will be able to drop this sankalpas and vikalpas and those all the kalpana, all these things. That is possible only when you are alive. And that is the point of time only you need to really drop things. So that is where this thing that it is possible. What is it possible? That while living alive, that is the point of time that prarabdha, that sanchit karma that is being there, now without getting dependent on that, the kalpana tyag and the jiva that is there is no direct relation between them. No? That is what I told you, that you drop your kalpana, drop your imagination, drop your that wanting to do certain things, expectations out of it. You drop that, and then you will be able to be free from it. No? So like this, if you continue to do this in the padartha also, that if there is this material thing that appears to you, that padartha bhavana and the outgoing tendencies of your indriya, that vishayas, that if there is that asakti that gets developed, that is what is known as kalpana. That is what is known as your imagination. So he is telling now one by one, what is kalpana? What is that imagination? What is it that wrong knowledge that one hold on to it? What is that we really need to drop to? Not our actions. So the first thing he explains that first kalpana is that I am this. I am Someshwar. I am this body. You need to drop that I am this. That identities that we carry ourselves and associate with this. This is the first thing, that dehadika, that I am me. I am, and then that is the first kalpana. That is the first imagination. No, that's the first Brahma. That one carries that I am this. So this is that, drop that first. I am not this body. Drop that. I am this body. No, when you continue to do like this, then you will really establish what is then real. Then do the then when you do this, you drop the sankalpa tyaga. That is known as dropping this kalpana tyaga. Is also dropping the sankalpa tyaga. When does the sankalpa tyaga will happen? What is sankalpa we are referring to here? Some wanting to do something. Your cravings are there, something there, some horizon. You are picked up upon thought, and you say, I will do this. That becomes your sankalpa. I want to do this, wanting to do something. So this kalpana tyaga and this sankalpa tyaga, both you have dropped. Then what will remain? Then what are the things that associated with this body, that will go away, that will be removed from your system. Then the next thing that comes is the padartha, the matter, to all these objects that is around. That whatever the bhavana that you have, whatever that association you feel for that, and the tendencies of your five senses about that, that is also called as kalpana. That is also called as imagination about that. So you go and drop that kalpana also. That I have this indriya, and it is going that outward tendencies, and there is some objects, people, situation that is there, and that is there. I am somebody different than that. Then the Vishaya Pradartha, that in that also, that Brahma Swarup Akash, that Shiva Swarup thing, that itself there, and do the Anusandhana of that. Then also you will be able to drop this Kalpana Tyaga. And when that is possible, again when you are alive only, you will be able to do that. Now then, other than that, whatever the matter that we saw, other than that, this scenery, this drishya is so easy. In that drishya also, creating that small little iota of ego, and then being with this, then I am doing these actions, I am doing this karya. go and drop that also. That you are not doing all these things. And from the Paramarthic, from spiritual angle, yes, Satya, this is not the truth. No, you bring that, or if you think that this is a truth, this karya, that action you are doing is the truth, that thing also is that. If that bhava, if you live, that is also kalpana tyaga. Then one more aspect of this, do not think that when you do such sankalpa tyaga, you do such kalpana tyaga, and that is something which will put you things. So it is not, it will not make you weak. In fact, it will completely make you dynamic. There will be an enthusiasm and you will be able to do the things. In fact, it will increase your enthusiasm. No? That one gets into this sthiti. No? So that kalpana tyaga, that not wanting to do anything, not getting caught up into that, it will uplift you. No? So in all these things, that what are the things that you do, and then in that you become like a kashta. Kashta means wood. You become like a wood, you become like a stable thing without giving any pratikriya, without giving any reaction to it. Pratikriya, without any reaction, you establish in yourself. No? For the dirghakal, for the you remain alive and you become Chiranjeevi. No? So that is the sthiti. It is that sthiti of that Brahma, I am that. No? That bhavana, that thing that will really make other the very narrow things, that sankuchit vritti, it will diminish that. That shubha chitta vritti, it will diminish that. Then the yogi, that yogi who is doing this, will achieve the dirghayusha. They will long live. No? So this kalpana tyaga, these things, that vairagya, when that all these things comes, it will not put oneself down, but will live them such that they will not only take their own responsibilities, but they will also contribute to the world. They also will be involved in service to the humanity. That thing will on in them. So that is what is very important. And then it is also very important that one can really do the kartavya purti. They can do their all their routine duties, that responsibilities, and yet there are no sankalpas associated with it. So then that is also possible. Because when you do that sankalpas and that vikalpas and then wanting to do, it creates such a burden on you. It creates that lot of boj. You keep carrying that all the time. The 24/7 businessman keeps continue to think only about that, nothing else other than. There's no life that is remain. He is eating, sitting, sleeping, watching movie, doing meditation, he is thinking about his business. Then you are gone. Then you are carrying that on 24/7. You are carrying it onto your head. Not, but yet you take a responsibility. Yet you are able to perform all your duties. Yet you are able to perform all your kartavyas. Whatever the duties, whatever the role you are playing. Now kartavya can be different. One who is going for the office, doing their duty service, their kartavya is different. The one who is a granny at home, her kartavya is different. The one who is businessman, their kartavya. The one who is student, their kartavya is different. Everybody's kartavya is different. Everybody's role, based on the role, their responsibilities are different. One can do that. One can fulfill all such things and yet not get caught up into any sankalpa. No, despite of not having sankalpa, then they can be free. So this one can create this doubt. Here Vaashishtha said, one can have this doubt if some people usually go and talk to the corporate world. Oh, without planning, how can things will happen? Oh, without having goals, how can things will happen? There is nothing wrong in having goal. There is nothing wrong in having. There is nothing wrong in doing planning as such. But then idea is not to get caught up from it, not get caught up into foolishness of it, not get caught up into cravings of it, not get caught up into that I will do whatever I need to do to achieve that. No, that's not required. Getting caught up into all such things needs to be done, not the actions. Actions you need to do. If you're doing planning, do everything, but not getting caught up into the way. So if you sit for the meditation and Gurudev says, leave everything, if you are able to leave everything, really, I am really nothing, I am doing nothing. If we are really able to do that, if you sit for your search, if you sit for your sadhana, and that point of time, all these things you are just able to drop, just like that. Then after that, you do it. How does it matter? You are able to do it. See, forcibly you are forced to do this when you are sleeping. It is there. Otherwise, this human being is it. He will continue to think about it 24/7. Insomnia is exactly the same thing that happens. Bulimia is exactly the same thing. You're not able to stop eating. These are all diseases. No, so divinity knows that this is human mind is like this. The chitta is like that. If you allow it to, certain things are not in your hand. It's out of your control. You fall asleep, out of your control. Your heart beats, it's out of your control. You continue to breathe. No? So many such things that happens are automatically, subconsciously. It even happens that they are not in your control as such. Why? Because that life has to suffer. Is under your control only. So that despite of not having these things, all these things, see, everything is happening here. There are so many things. The earth is revolving, the sun is there, the solar system is going on. There are so many enormous activities that continue to happen. The wind blows, the bunch. See, all these things are happening in its nature. It's there in the nature that all the duty, routine things. What is that you want to get into the sankalpa shakti? I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do that. Get free from that. It is possible. So yet do your kartavya, yet be free from kartavya. Don't get into any also you will be able to continue to all your activities. Get that state of sankalpa, no sankalpa. Then when you continue to do this, then He Rama, this Vayu, Agni, Jwala, Yantra, that is power shakti, water, all these padartha, they are all there. How do they, this is the example I said, how they function, how they spandan, how that is continue to do. Without any sankalpa, they don't have any such, so how they do continue to do that, you also continue to do your vyavahara. And then you will become eligible for that Ananta Kalyana. You will become patra. You will become eligible for that. So that aham nishta vasana, that is there, that swakarma, that kartatva, that abhyasa, that is continued to do like this. If you continue to contemplate like this, that is what is the paramadhairya. That is what is there. And that is what is really the root of this janma and mrityu, this sanskara, this dukkha. And that is the solution also, nivarana from this. So that is really worth doing in this life. Then he continues, says that these deha there, in this deha rupi karma vriksha. So here, this is Vaashishtha Muni says that here, Prabhu Ramchandraji asked a question. He says that Bhagwan, if I really continue to think like this, this is mine, this is what I'm doing, and then us at the root of that bhavana is there, and then that if we do not do that, then the knowledgeable being, that they do the karma tyaga, that ashuk. What is it that ashuk, or that is the bad thing that will happen? And if they do some karmashtana, then what is it that good thing that will happen? Anyway, nothing is going to happen, neither good or not bad thing that will happen. Then why one has to get into this asadrup bhavana? Because how one can continue to contemplate on this? So he has this section there. So then nothing bad, then okay, fine. Then why should I do my purusharth, and why should I do my all the things and all this yoga, pranayam, meditation, sadhana, seva, why should I do that? There is no need. Anyway, nothing good or bad. That is where this body, this human life that you have acquired, it is like their rupi karma. So the says that Rama, you only tell me what is karma, what is according to you, what is karma here. No, first of all, explain me that, and what is it that mood, that ansha is there, which we really need to get rid of that. What is it that? What is the best way to do that? What is the solution to that? When we started the session, we looked into all such multiple aspects. Now let us see here what it comes here. So that is where the Ram answers that Bhagwan, that Kaushalya, that is skills that we think that we really need to leave behind. We need to drop that. Then that mool also, that root is there, then that also we need to do vinasha, that also we need to leave behind. No, not just by removing the branches of the tree, it will not help you. You need to really, if you need to do not want your that vriksha to grow again, you need to root from the field to completely remove it. With roots you need to remove that so that it will not again grow. So like that, the real one, buddhimana purusha, the one who is really intelligent, if they think, they will think about the shubha ashubha, and then punya and papa karma. They will not think any such thing, two things. No, they will have to drop that. That niras has to be there. Your drishtikon, your vision, that needs to drop down. So that is where that a Brahman, this deha, this body is like one karma vriksha, and that has there in this sansara. This sansara is like a forest, and in this sansara, in this forest, this deha has come here, and it has come here because of the bij of the praktan karma, that praktan purva karma, the sanchit karma, that sanskaras which it has been carrying. Because of that, it has taken this. Because of that, only all these different parts of your body, your legs, your this, no, these are all branches that came into picture. And then because of this only, it has bear the fruit of sukha and dukkha, the fruits that comes on the tree. Because of that only, it has bear that thing that has skin, and it is that kala rupi that is there, and it sits on this, and it continue to do the vidvansa. That monkey that keeps on that, he will break one fruit and throw, it will do things, it will continue to do like that. And in this deha, all the other karmendriyas, your lips are there, your ears are there, your jiva, your tongue is there, your skin is there, and all these things are, they are different are like, and its leaves are there. No, and then this the Sri Puratadi Parva, that so like that, the other things that whatever it creates beyond that, other plant that grows, it is like that. One should just continue to grow like that. So like that, he says that these are all these things. If you see it from a perspective of your body, this deha, and its purva karma, the past karmas and karmendriya, these are the real roots of this. That is what we really need to get over this. And then the other things such as the karmendriya, no, these things such as your nose is there, all the five your senses and its body parts, that is there, and the kama, that ichha, that wanting to do certain bit of vasana, that cravings that is created in this, and other things such as your bones, such as your muscles, such as your the nadis, all these things are there. It is there, and it has one thing grasped into the vasana, that rasa yukta. We need to really get into, you need to be free from that. So when one does that, what happens, that karmendriya and then that mula jnanendriya is there, they really start the activities of that get into the outward going tendencies. They are really capable of doing that, and yet you will be able to free from that. No, so how that can happen, how one will happen. Now who is telling this? Not Vaashishtha which is telling, but it is Rama who is expressing about it. That is really beautiful. He says that then Chida Bhasa is there. No, in this Chida Bhasa, this Rupa, this Vishayanmukh Rupa, this Bahirmukh, this outgoing tendencies of your things, that is what is established in, and when one gets out of that, gets established in your, then this Vishaya Padartha, these external objects, and then their mool, that is the avidya. No, so that avidya is there, artha, that is the shabala chitta, that is there, and when one remain in that chitta and the chaitya, this something which is different, and remain in that Bijabhuta Brahma Chaitanya, then all the Nama Rupa Ananta Shuddha, no? The one which does not have any name, the one which does not have any form associated with that thing, that is infinite, that is pure, that thing you will be able to do, and you will remain in that. So it continues to explain multiple such aspects. Then here Vashishtha Muni also speaks about it, is that just sitting calm, not doing anything, that is not what will move you. That is not what will make you out of it. You need to effort of removing this aham bhavana, removing this karma nasha. Just by sitting, not doing activity, it will not happen. You need to do your purushartha, you need to do your sadhana, seva, what is the yoga? Means it's a good word. You need to continue to do it till is there, till you need to that samula nashta of that karma, that means is not possible. You need to really continue to do all your actions. And then, but associated, you need to really drop so that you can become free from all the Brahma, free from all the imagination that you carry. So here Vashishtha Muni says that Rama, this murcha, samadhi, no, there are various terminology. So Shukti means it's like a sleep like this. Murcha means you are just in a kind of coma. I continue to do that. What is it that will happen? So you are trying to do something to be free from these things. This aspect also we discussed when we started the session. What is that we discussed? That something which is that you are saying that I am doing this, I am doing that, and this is what is happening, and I want to be free from this. He explained all these things in all these avasthas. He said that itself is the Brahm. Then what? If it is there, if it is just a Brahm, if it is just an hallucination, if it is just like a dream, so whether it is there or not, there doesn't matter to you now. Tell me that. Vashishtha Muni is now taking him really deep inside, no? And we have seen these aspects here. Then what is that will happen? What is the problem will happen? If somebody says like this, then what is it? Then the Brahma is there, whether that Brahma is real or unreal. And the person is going through the sukha or dukkha, the happiness or sorrow. Then what is that will get if one going through this, something that action resulted in some consequences, and now we are going through either the pain or the happiness out of it. We are just going through it. What is it? What's the big deal about it? What is it that will happen? And you to say that in this body, when you leave this body, when you are jivan, you are in this body consciousness, that if you do this deha tyaga, and then you do this chitta tyaga, means dropping this body, I am not this body. Dropping the chitta tyaga, I am not this body. There is no existence of this body. There is no existence of this chitta. Then that thing doesn't seem to be real to you. Then instead of like sitting calm and quiet, is it not a good idea to continue to do your action based on your prarabdha karma? Whatever your prarabdha karma is there, sanchit karma is there, and whatever vyavahara, prapta vyavahara, you are gone. Is it not a good idea to continue to do that and yet remain from your perspective, yet remain asanga, yet remain away from that, not getting entangled into it, yet remain that advitiya. There is no that duality is there, that I am doing and somebody else is doing. There is no such duality. One who is doing. And kutastha, that Chinmatra is what I am. I am not doing this in nishkriya, that atmasiti, that karma, that shabda, that word which you are referring to, that bhavana itself in your mind will not arise. When you are not doing anything, what is it, that karma that you will say that I am doing it? That word itself will not appear inside you. That karma will not there. Like this, if you do continue to do that bhavana, that contemplation within you, then automatically karma tyaga, it will become anayas. Effortlessly, that karma tyaga will happen because there is no karma that is there for you. Because there is the thing that you itself is not there. So that karma word itself is not there. And what is that you will drop? Karma tyaga will happen. Anayas, automatically it happen. The moment you say that karma, akarma, both things will not be there. Such a sankalpa and such a we will drop it. And then you just remain like an atma. You just like that thing. We looked into this aspect also, that you just remain as you are. You are the one who is doing everything. You call it as Shiva Brahman. It is Shiva. You are the one who is delivering everything. Then we continue to explain that this Chida Bhas, that when we go through, this Chida Abhas is there. That Abhas is not Atma. At sometimes we say, oh, I have experienced that. Something which is beyond your experience. What is it? That's so today it will give you one experience, tomorrow it will give you another experience. Today it will give you an experience of light is dawn, light has come. Tomorrow it will not give any experience to you. So all these abhasas, all this experience that you go through, Atma is not that. Whatever you are experiencing is at the level of you, all these senses and all these some levels of your existence, something which is beyond that. What is it that you will experience about it? Yes, you will experience something, but is that full? That's partial experience. That's the reason it keeps changing. That's the reason it's different for me and different for somebody else. That's the reason it is different for me today, and that's the reason it is again different for me alone again tomorrow. So Gurudev says, do not get caught up into any such experience. Leave it. Whatever is there, it's okay. Cool. It's okay. Don't get caught up into any such chidabhas that continue to happen in your meditation, in the drisha, in the scenery, that pratibha. What is you experience, you get away from that also. Get away from that drisha, get away from that darshana, and get away from the drashta, and just remain, just there, be, without having name to it, without having any experience of that, because your five senses are having a very limited capacity to experience that. Till that point of time, I've been seeing, there will be some experience, there will be some anubhuti that will come. There's no experience, there's no anubhuti. It's just that abhasa that will create, that chidabhasa will create, that is not what Atma is, that is not what the self is. It is even beyond that. It is beyond even that. That things don't keep any expectations. We have seen this aspect also. Drop your expectation. What is the expectation that people have? Look at me. I am doing so much of tapasya. I am doing so much of puja. When will that God appear in front of me? That Shankha Chakra Gadadhari, when that Lord Vishnu will appear in front of me. When is that Mahadev having a serpent that will appear in front of me? When you speak to me, give me some boon. All these are apekshas, all these are expectations, and you do your boon and you think, you expect that some things like this will happen to you. That drishta, drishya, darshan, that is not separate. That is one only. It is not one is looking at other. There is no two. So where that, who will look at what? It is all there anyway. So what is there? It's all there. Like that, you become calm. You become Brahma. That is there. So this is Rama, that Anubhava Nishta Satpurusha Mokshala. When he has reached to that state, he will become Chidabhasa Shunya. He will get into the sthiti of Chidabhasa Shunya. There will not be any Abhasa of Chida also. It will be a Shunya sthiti. There is, and then what the real reason why somebody start explaining about it. We say, okay, I am Atma. So this, who is that Atma? Okay, it is this. Say no. Who you are, who am I? This is what your answer comes. No. Neti. Not this. Not this. Why? Why this neti? Why not this? It's just because whatever you start explaining, whatever words you start explaining, it will not address that. It will be beyond that. So if you start explaining it in words, it will not come. Again, that vasana, mind will come into picture in your explanation, and that chidabhas, that's somewhere which is beyond the drishya. That's there. And then it will appear like a bhas to you. It will appear like some experience you got. of that Chetna. No, but you, that Swakarma, that you are free from all such karma, vasana, karma, and then that Kartritva Shakti, that it is there, you are free from that. But that Atma Sakshatkara, that Adhikshana, that is what is Anusana, that you really go away from this. That more aham vritti, you do the niras of that, that drop that thing, that I am, that thing, you drop that, and then all the things, other things, this drishya, this scenery, people, object, situation, all these things will automatically drop. Because it is that I which keeps on holding on to all these things. They will automatically drop. You will not require to do any efforts also. It will happen very effortlessly. So he says, continue to explain, hey Rama, like this, the Jnata, the one who is experiencing, or the one who is seeking the knowledge, the Jnana, the knowledge, and the Jnaya, something which is knowable. No? Karta, Karma, and the Karya. Now all these are triputis. Now there are three things. Karta, the one who is doer. The Karma, that is that, and Karya, what you are doing, and the Karma, that is. So Karta, Karma, and Karya. In all these things, this vrittis that has provised, this Jiva Bhava has got caught up into all such pravrittis, and it appears like a Chidabhas. You don't consider that as a self, that as an Atma. So whenever you say any such things, Jnata, Jnaya, there, any such Karta, Karma, and Karya, in all these things, that self, that Atma is not different. It is present in each one of them, not different. Each one of them equally. No? That what is there. So you don't think that limited words like this can really explain Atma. That if one really thinks that is become the root cause of your sorrow again. So you just, whatever you are, just remain like that. You remain in your sabhava, and that is what is. So you become free from such triputis of karta, karma, darshan, rashta, drishya, darshan, jnata, jnata, jneya. In all these things, you become free from that. That is what is worth. You remain free, and you remain kutastha in that Chinmatra, in that things which is Sharva Sabda, in the Antarbhav is there. If you really want to really address that in words, what is that one single word that can address it? It is the Om. Because Om is not a word, it's a Nad. No? It's like Brahmanad, it's an Om Nad. In that Om only you can address it, nothing else. If you start explaining, describing it, then you will really not be able to do that. That Chinmatra, that is there. Really, you get into that Nirvikalpa. There is no Sankalpa, there is no Vikalpa there. It's Nirvikalpa. You're free from any such things. Really, you get into that when that Jnana, when that knowledge arises, and then that automatically the karma, that karma late, that avarana, that thing, ignorance of that karma will not be there. So that Yama, that mool of that karma is that Chita Vasa, then you do the nash of that. You leave that thing behind, and using this upaya, all these things, multiple upayas that you have seen, you become, then your sansara will become shanta. You will be at peace. And then automatically all the sarva karma, moola, phala, all the shakhas, upashakhas, pane, all this, etc., till it completely disappear. You continue to contemplate, you continue to think like this, and then continue to search for that. The Visheshta in this, to do this, you need not go anywhere. You need not go to any forest. There is no reason to go anywhere. You can still be established into this while you are here, while you are doing all your routine activities. What you are doing, that is what is worth doing in this life. So while doing this, while accepting this, while doing all these things, and by doing memorizing all these things, remembering all these things, then that laukik, that two dharmas that is there, which has become the dharma, right? That even Bhagavad Gita, it says, Sarva dharma tyajya सारे धर्म जो तुम सारे जो चीजें बोल रहे हो, मुझे ये करना है, वो करना है, ये करना है, all these things, all your dharmas, all your things, you drop all that. Sarva dharma parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. No, you just bow down to me, surrender only alone to me. So if all such dharma are ready, no, that jiva is there, that jiva nashta, that fear is there, that your fear was there, that if I drop all these things, this body will, how I will be alive. By dropping all these things, if you have that fear, no, that the jiva will not be there, don't have that fear in your mind. That is not there. In fact, it's other way around. Your jiva bhav, which was having a very limited understanding, the limited capacity, a limited viewpoint of him, that will get into the bigger view, the bigger picture. That thing, that Chinmatra, that anatma, you get into that sthiti, that Chinmatra bhav, that is possible, and that is what is paramasrishta purushartha, that is what is antim shreya, that is what is real worth doing that thing. Like, your ability will not diminish, it will in fact increase, because now you will assume a bigger form of your own self, will realize who you really are. So that is where the chapter number 89 finishes. So there is the Yoga Vaashishtha perspective which is explained here. Other than that, there are multiple such other perspectives. What is Gurudev says about it, what is Bhagavad Gita says about it, what is Yoga Vaashishtha says about it. We have seen all the aspects of how one can really continue to do their routine and yet be free from it, yet establish themselves into that Chaitanya Swarup. So for now, I will take a pause. अपनी वाणी को मैं यहाँ पे विश्राम दे देता हूँ. I would like to hand over this session to all of you. Kindly go ahead and express yourself. What are your takeaways? If you'd like to contribute something based on your experience, based on your studies, you are welcome to do that. If you have any questions, you are welcome to ask that also. Over to you all. Jai Gurudev. जय गुरुदेव जी, प्लीज गो अहेड.
आपने इतना सब कुछ बता दिया कर्म के ऊपर, और जो कि इट्स वाइडली यू आर कवर्ड, आई थिंक, एंड इट्स जो मेरा टेक अवे है वो यही है कि सिंपल शब्दों में कि फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल कर्ता भाव को छोड़ना है, और इंटेंशंस अगर हमारे अच्छे होंगे तो उसका उस कर्म को, वो कर्म हमारे इम्प्रेशंस को वाइप ऑफ कर देगा. अगर हमारे बहुत बुरे कर्म होते हैं तो कहीं ना कहीं वो एक निशान पड़ जाता है चेतना के ऊपर, तो वो उसको भोगने के लिए आना पड़ता है. इसीलिए कहते हैं कि हमारी इंटेंशंस बहुत सही होनी चाहिए, और कर्म मैं करता हूँ, मैं करने वाला हूँ, वो ड्रॉप करना है. दिस व्हाट आई अंडरस्टूड अबाउट द कर्म. बाकी तो बहुत इलॉबरेटली यू हैव एक्सप्लेन्ड नाइसली.
थैंक यू सो मच बीना जी. हाँ, जो इम्प्रेशन जो पड़ता है ना, चेतना के ऊपर नहीं, चित्त के ऊपर पड़ता है. चेतना के ऊपर कोई इम्प्रेशन बन ही नहीं सकता, नहीं बनता है. बनता है इम्प्रेशन है चित्त के ऊपर. चित्त फिर अलग अलग फॉर्म है. चित्त अपना मेमोरी, स्मृति, चित्त अपना मन, चित्त अपना बुद्धि, इन सब के ऊपर फर्क पड़ता है, वही पे इम्प्रेशन बनता है. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर. रमा जी, वुड यू लाइक टू से समथिंग? प्लीज गो अहेड.
भगवान ने शरण में अर्जुन को बोला है कि सर्वधर्मान परित्यज्य मामेकम शरणम व्रज. तो व्हाट आर द अदर धर्मास?
Yes, drop क्या करना है? No, so all these things, no, that we keep associated ourselves into. First of all, we bound ourselves into multiple religions. No, that is the first thing that we need to drop. Our association with any particular religion as such is to be dropped. Now, when we say that dharma parityajya, here it's not related to that dharma. When Krishna was talking, probably all such religions itself were not there, no? So he's not talking about these religions and these dharmas here. What he's talking about, all that routine you think as your responsibilities or your role or you're wanting to do. For example, somebody is, let's say, doing some activities. No, people are caught up into the karma kandas. They caught up into the puja, they caught up into all these things, all this multiple, they think that as a dharma. They, I must do this, no, I must do that. Getting caught up into this. Then you are caught up into the concept. What was the Arjuna that he caught up in the concept? No? That it is my dharma, that he is my relative, he is my guru. How can I go and kill them? It is my dharma not to do that. No? Look at that. So he has made some concept of his own dharma. See, that is what is called. Why he was not ready to fight? Why he was not ready to go for the war? Because he assumed some impression, some understanding about dharma, what his dharma is. And so said, I am following my dharma. According to my dharma, I am not supposed to do this. Are you getting it? Huh? See, if somebody goes, the Parshurama is there. Whatever the Parshurama's dharma was there, whatever his father goes,
क्षत्रियों को विनाश करना,
that was there.
बाल ब्राह्मण को विनाश करना.
That came later. That came later.
Yes.
His father went told, okay, you go and finish your mother, kill her.
Yes. Matyanta.
Yeah, he did that. He killed. And did he got caught up into that dharma? Can anybody do that? Can anyone? It's against dharma, right? So if anyone is caught up into that concept of that, this is my dharma, I cannot do this. Can you do that? Then no. So he got caught up into all such things which we say as dharma. So he says that all such dharma you drop. No? All these concepts that you're carrying into your mind, drop that and just surrender to me. Many such things, no? All your ritualistic practices, all your other things, you just drop them. Get out of it. Drop all that. And then just bow down to me. No? So that is what is Mamekam Shranam. Just bow down to me. I will take care of everything. Forget it. Anyway, you are not doing. He shows before that, he is Virat Roop. Anyway, I am the doer. What is that you are worried about? Anyway, they are already dead. What is that you think that you are going to kill them? Look at them. They are already. And like this, many such people come and go. We don't even realize many such earth and many such sun. It comes to me and I only recreate them. There are multiple such things. Is that then because of that, if you really do not really understand and yet feeling any confusion, drop all your confusion and come to me. I'll take it. Have that faith in me.
Yes, yes.
Leave in all your dharmas, all your concepts, all your things.
Dharma means jo dharayati so dharma.
Correct. Drop all. Really beautiful. और किसी को अपने आप को व्यक्त करना है, जरूर आप कर सकते हैं. If not, then we will pause our session here. हाँ, आज के सत्र को हम लोग यहीं पे रोक लेते हैं. जय गुरुदेव.